As always, you know I gotta get set up before I start it. Hold on. All right. Everything good on there. All right. This might be good. Is this? I hope it's not because it's too bright, but oh man. Ooh, I actually messed up. I messed up. I definitely messed up, yo. Hold on. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I definitely messed up. 1 second, y'all. I gotta take a picture of the text. Y'all, we got so many slides today. Like, so much done happened. Yo. Day 1, the 2, the 3, compared to all the last days, yo, I'm telling y'all. Today is going to be a lot. And if today was a lot, just know the rest of the days coming going to be crazy. So, y'all definitely stay tuned for what's about to happen. Like I said, day 3, mad stuff happened. And if you want to be technical for real, day 3 would be like the official start of the trial. Day 1 and day 2 we're just picking a jury and whatnot. So, eliminating, biased people and all that, seating the jury, all that good stuff, the meat and potatoes of the trial. But yeah, like these last couple, today, yo, today is crazy. I'll say that right now. You feel me? Like, it's wild. That's all I can say. And, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, every time I see something that's, like, good, I see something bad, too. Like, I don't know what to think right now. All right. Yes, W's in the chat. Free Durk in the chat. Free Durk. Let's get a free Durk going. As always, I just got to make sure I sound good on stream. Yo, we got my boy Jerry. We got Skepta, unfortunately. Y'all make sure y'all like the video. Like I said, a lot of y'all be tuning in and y'all don't be liking the video. So if it's anything that y'all could do for me, like the video. AW, yup, WW ski, yup. Oh man. Everybody, free Durk in the comments. Free Durk, free Durk, free Durk. We got 4 people in here so far. Good shit, good shit. Yeah. Dang, that wasn't a good one. That's wild. Are you from India? Bro, stop asking me questions. Free Durk? What you mean free Durk? Question mark. Free Durk? Yeah, free Durk, man. Free Durk. I might turn this down a little bit. That might be better. Free Durkio. Free Smirkio. Yeah. Free Skepta. No, they need to keep you, bro. For real. They need to keep you behind bars, because I don't know who let you out. You need to, wherever you was, bro, you gotta stay there. For real. But yes, y'all, like I said, only thing I don't like about it is it's hard for me to see the chat. I like to see the chat when I'm doing my stream. So this might low key get in the way. I'm gonna try to read everybody chat that come on. I can't ban Skepta. I don't know how to. For real. I wish I knew how. I need a mod. Like, I need a moderator. But like I said, y'all, we ain't gonna let that bother us, because at the end of the day, Skepta be helping. Skepta help with the thingies no matter what he think. The fuck did I do? Bro, you be in here trolling too much. I'll be right back. right, chat. Hope y'all feeling good today. You feel me? If y'all had, I know some people started school. If y'all started school, how was school? How was work? Anything y'all got going on? You know, bro, why am I moving? Why am I moving like that? Like, come on. All right. All right, y'all. We still in here? We still in? Y'all can hear me? W's in the chat if y'all can hear me. W's in the chat if y'all can hear me. All right. L. What you mean L? Bro, the only L is you. I ain't gonna lie. Alright, so we about to get the stream started. As always, I gotta get the script ready right now. Once I get the script, we're gonna hop right into it. Alright. Here we go, right here. The script. Alright. So, like I said, I hope everybody's having a good day today. Today was day 3 of the Lil Durk trial. You know, he's fighting two trials at the moment, but right now what's going on is the first trial. I think the first trial has to do with the murder of Lil Pop and the stalking of Quando Rondo. I might be wrong with the charges. I'm not no lawyer for real, but you know, that's what's going on. The second one is for the murder of Stephon Mack, and I'm not sure if it's a RICO charge or just a murder, but you know, they trying to throw two trials at my boy. You know, it's crazy. Like they really trying to get Durk up out the way. One thing I will say, day 1 to day 2 to day 3, completely different change, yo. Like, yo, I get it. Like, day 1 and day 2 was really like getting the jury settled and figuring out who could be on the case and just opening statements or whatever. But yo, day 3, it's like they opened the floodgates. It's like they not even holding back. Like, not to say it's anything to hold back about, because you know this is a case at the end of the day, but you know they not holding nothing back, y'all. Like, for the first official day of trial, they came with the hard hitting facts, bro, for real. So the way I got it planned is I'm gonna give y'all a little mini breakdown of what I think happened for day 3. I'm gonna show some people that's actually in the courtroom. I wanted to start showing some of the documents involved with the case. I know Academics does that, but he usually streams on a computer. I could show the documents on my iPad, but y'all know what I go through with this every day. Like, the screen don't be that big, so it'd be hard for me to do certain things. But nonetheless, I do want to cover this trial to the best I can. So if I'm gonna rely on any information, for sure, I'm gonna rely on who's going inside and actually there. So shout out to everybody I use in this video: Seti Nash, Trap Lord Ross, and I forget the lawyer's name. I always forget his name, but I'm sorry, bro. No disrespect to you. These 3 are really good with their journalistic views and how they cover everything. So you know that's where I'm getting my sources from. I tried to get some. It's gonna be a lot of videos, a lot. Like 6ix9ine is in the chat, King Yella's in the chat, DJ Academics, Bradford Cohen, Kodak Black's lawyers in the chat. Like, hey, yo, it's mad stuff going on right now. Like, and like I said, it's only day 1, like the official day of the trial. So if that's what we got going on right now, I can only imagine. The next couple days, bro. Like, I'm really gonna have to get like, yo. And I want y'all to know, when I be doing these videos, I'm writing everything like the same way Ross and Seti Nash are in the courtroom writing their notes and everything. I'm doing the same thing while I'm at work. And you got to remember, this trial is in LA. Yo, you want, huh? You want 7 more reviews? Also, who walked through the door? I don't know what you're talking about, bro. what did I say? What was I saying? Oh yeah, so LA is on a whole different time zone than us. So when it comes to them, like it's hard for me to really get information out, like because they on a different time zone. So I'm over here refreshing YouTube every 20 minutes while I'm at work, just hoping for some type of update. You feel me? Like I don't want to, cause I don't want to be late on no update, cause I'm trying to cover this every single day for y'all. Every time we get information, I want to cover it as well. Granted, I'm a little late to the party because you know I be streaming late at night. But as long as we getting the info out the same day, that's what matters to me. You know, um, like I said, it's a lot of information coming out regarding this case. Things we didn't even see. They supposedly dropped new angles at a Lil Pop murder. Um, more OTF Jam info. More cellular evidence, like all types of stuff, bro. Like, yo, it's getting crazy. And even like, I'm not gonna say they beefing because I'm not gonna go that way, but you know, Trap Lord Ross, he not going at it with he not going at it with the lawyer, but I will say, and I said this in my last video, I really like Trap Lord Ross's content, right? I'll say that. But what he did today, I be telling people I feel like Ross got like a low key, a little bit of a biasness, and there's nothing wrong with it. You feel me? I got a biasness. You feel me? I want Durk to. I don't want no guilty verdict for Durk. You feel me? So it's all right the show, but I feel like he be saying like I'm gonna tell y'all outright. I don't want this guilty verdict. I'm not trying to hear guilty. And even if they say guilty, I'm not trying to hear it, bro. I'm not listening to that. I feel like Ross is over here saying like he not being biased or anything, but the way he talking about it, like you get the vibe that Ross feel like he's cooked. Like I don't know, bro. And then this whole situation, so I'm gonna get to it, but allegedly Durk's lawyers are pointing at Vonnie for everything happening. Like this whole case, they saying it's Vonnie's fault. Now, Durk didn't say this, but his lawyer said it. So it's like, now Ross caption it. Durk is pointing the finger at Vonnie, WTF, or something like that. Now you know who had to respond to that. Y'all know who done jumped out their little hole in New York City and had to respond. 6ix9ine, obviously. So it's a lot of things going on, you know. It's a lot of weird stuff going on, and I'm here to break it down for y'all, you know. So to jump right into the video, we got 6 people in here. Yo, comment W's, free Durk, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for tuning in. I want y'all to comment. You look like Martin Foss Anderson. Oh, okay. Y'all comment. I love interacting with y'all. So, first thing, I look, you might have to turn this down a little bit. All right, that might be better. 5 out of 6 people are me. Actually, it's not because my girl in here. I got family in here. You might be like 2 people. I don't know, bro. I don't think that's true. But go off though, brother. Day 3 was a big day in Lil Durk's trial because both sides finally laid out their full theories of the case. The prosecution argued that Durk was behind an alleged murder for hire plot targeting Quando Rondo, portraying him as the person who helped organize and finance the operation. That picture says there's reportedly one juror, a black woman, seated on the jury in Lil Durk's case. So, off rip, the prosecution really, I ain't gonna lie, we heard both sides got opening statements, but obviously, the people that's saying the crime are gonna be real descriptive with what's going on. So, the prosecution, I ain't gonna lie, they did a lot. Nah, it's not updating. I'm finna get you to 20. Hold up. Also, I can raid with trolls. Free Durk. Yo, don't bring no bots into my stream. I don't condone no botting. All my views is organic, brother. Don't be botting my stream. Um, yeah. So even it's crazy. The judge said they're gonna try to have a diverse jury. Granted, I don't know what I was thinking of when I heard it. I don't know if I thought I was gonna see like 10 black jurors or anything, but man, I know she gonna yo, not even to just make it seem like my people do that, but nah, they finna be from my main account with. All right, bro, that's what you want to do. Um, whatchamacallit, I'm not trying to say that we gonna lie on the stand, but listen, it's a black queen. You feel me? They really rock with Durk, so I know she not about to give a guilty to my boy. You feel me? Like that's a win right there. I say that. Yo, just stop throwing my mood off, bro. Like you, one thing I be trying my best not to pay attention to the trolling, but sometimes they get me, bro. I ain't gonna lie, they do get me. Um, yeah. So I was hoping that it would been. I don't know if it's all white people and then one black woman. It could be Spanish people. It could be white. We don't know what's going on. But as of now, black people wise, it's only one black woman on the jury. All right. Next slide. The defense pushed back hard, arguing that the government is misinterpreting text, financial records, and other evidence. They pointed toward OTF Vonnie and OTF Jan, arguing that they had their own motives and involvement and that the government is putting way too much blame on Durk. The defense also questioned the credibility of cooperating witnesses and emphasized that having access to Durk's money or credit cards doesn't automatically prove Durk knew what they were being used for. Who also asked me. Next slide. By the end of day 3, the jury had heard the basic battle lines. The government says Durk orchestrated the plot. The defense says that evidence is being taken out of context and the other OTF members played a much bigger role. That last slide, I didn't describe the picture, but apparently OTF Jam cooperated with authorities at least 30 times. He met up with them. So, Jam was trying to get out that jam. Yo, let's be for real. There isn't. Bro, be quiet. Um, yeah, so apparently Jam talked with authorities at least 30 times. Jam was trying to get out that jam. And yo, I know Durk feel mad as hell having that one lyric. Jam get out that jam, I gave him 50, he ain't got to ask again. Jam is trying to get out that jam. He don't even want the 50. What's going on, Super S 2123? Like the video and subscribe if you haven't. Appreciate you for tuning in. And this post says GPS data from both vehicles used in the murder of Lil Pop reveals it traveled to Durk's house over the course of the 2 days the shooting was in Los Angeles. Crazy, right? Free Durk, free Durk. Make sure you like the video too, bro. Make sure you like the video. So this is Seti Nash. Seti Nash is basically he does what I'm doing right now. He basically reports on a lot of situations within the rap industry and whatnot. Done. Thank you. He reports on a lot of situation. You're weird for liking. Bro, why do y'all troll so much? Like, it ain't nothing weird for liking. Like the video. Do y'all want to support me or no? Why y'all don't want to support? Like, support the video. What was I going to say? Yeah, so Seti Nash is a real big commentator, you know. He's basically like, he's up there with academics, say cheese. Like, he does his own thing, though, you know. He's at the courtroom, but apparently it was so full of media that some people had to leave. So I think he just got the defense's opening statements, but this is what he had to say.
Trial man here at the Fed building, and We've been taught a whole bunch of lies. So let me get to my notes. Y'all know.
Apparently, they've been feeding us lies.
So Durk didn't have Drew. He didn't have Brian. He didn't have any of that. He had none of those individuals do his opening statement. He had Marissa Goldberg. And the way that she crafted it, she already exposed that the feds were lying about the text messages. So when you say
crazy,
don't book no flights with my name on it, that wasn't even about
that. We got 8 people in the video right now. Appreciate y'all. Like and comment.
She said, what sense does it make for him to book it anyways? What got revealed is that Vonnie is the mastermind. Kayvon Grant is the 100% mastermind of all this shit. Him and Jim, they turned snitching. And it's crazy because they admit that the day before, the early morning, they had the location on Quando Rondo, Jim and Jim and Vonnie. And what ends up happening is they decide not to. So what happens is you find out that your boy Jim, his mouth don't stop working.
30 times, bro.
Operating over 30 cases. So you have that.
Cases.
Then you have Kayvon Grant being the one who did all the drilling and all the setting up. He's the one who did the black shear shooting and all that. Who's saying, hey, basically, bro, check this one out. I got something for y'all. I know how to do the stolen cars. I know how to get the guns. I know how to get the ski masks. I know how to do all of that stuff. So you have that. And the way that he told on Lil Durk was simple. It wasn't no, hey, bruh, Durk told me to do this, Durk told me to do that. No, he gave the feds a breadcrumb, and the breadcrumb was simply this. Hey, how this happened? Check the credit cards. So that's why the credit cards became so goddamn important. But what they did reveal today was that, hey, man, he had access to them damn credit cards because they were under what's called astronaut sounds. So he had access because of his little shit and everything that he had going on. It was not what they try to portray. So the feds, we didn't get to hear their opening statement. So you had to check on Trapper Ross for that. He got into the courtroom. It was crazy, bro. It was a lot of people, Durk's family, a lot of media who just decided to do whatever they want to do. That's on the feds to do. But they say,
yeah. So like he said, it was a lot of media in there. So some people had to leave, and I guess he only got the defense's opening statements, but Ross got the prosecutor's opening statements. Basically, what happened was Brian and Drew Finland didn't do the opening statements. He instead had Melissa, and I'm not sure if this is true or not. I just seen somebody do a video. I don't know if I included it or not. It might be in the video later on, but apparently he had Melissa, and Melissa is a white lady, a white attorney. And she's like real stern when she talks. Like you can tell she means business. You feel me? Basically, apparently Durk had Melissa do the opening statement because the jury. I'm a dip piece also was. I'm crying. Yeah, because apparently Durk's jury is a lot of white women, I guess, or white people. I don't know how true that is. Don't quote me. You feel me? I'm not sure how true that is, but you know, if it is a bunch of white women, they might be more prone to listen to another white lady. And I'm not trying to make it a whole race thing, but I'm just saying what's being said online. Another thing is, you know, they basically called out the feds for lying, saying that this all fell on Durk when Durk didn't have nothing to do with this. He basically said that Vonnie was the one that set up everything, and that's a fact because Vonnie did go in there and admit that he set up a lot of the different scenarios. You know, their whole thing is that they're saying that Durk told him to do this, and the defense is saying that's not true. You know, so the slide that we have right here is, according to the breakdown, there was a pretty big difference between what the prosecution had been saying publicly and what actually came out during opening statements. Apparently, Lil Durk's opening statement was delivered by Melissa Goldberg, not Brian Still or Drew Finland. Seti Nash says Goldberg's presentation challenged some of the claims the federal prosecutors have been making, particularly the issue involving alleged text messages where Durk supposedly said not to book any flights in his name. According to this explanation, the defense argued that this message wasn't actually connected to the Los Angeles shooting involving Quando Rondo. Instead, they said it had to do with Durk's actual performances, travel plans, and other personal matters. The argument was basically, why would that text automatically mean Durk was trying to hide his involvement with anything? And that's true. Sometimes you gotta look at it from the type of lens, like, take away the murder aspect, right? You could be saying that for any reason. Like, yo, you could book a flight in somebody's name. The flight attendant know that Lil Durk is gonna be getting on that flight. Maybe he don't want people to know. Maybe he's want to be some, you feel me, some low key stuff. You never know, bro. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. You know, it's a lot of reasons why somebody wouldn't want their name to be involved with anything. You know, so Durk is a big person. I'm sure Drake probably do the same thing. Like Drake goes somewhere. If Drake, I don't know if Drake used Uber, but yeah, yo, what's wrong with y'all? Y'all talking about free Diddy? Yo, definitely not Wayne. Like the video and you already commented, but free Durk. Let me get a free Durk in the chat, man. Make sure you like the video, and subscribe too. You know, that's basically what they're alleging, and like I said, I don't think Drake is gonna. I don't know if Drake takes Ubers or not, but if he does, I'm sure Drake is not putting Drake Aubrey Graham. Like, he's not putting that whole name. You feel me? So, the government, I see what they're trying to do with that, but, you know, it's a lot of ways you can go about that, in my opinion. Next. Another major point was the alleged roles of OTF Jam and OTF Vonnie. According to the information discussed in the trial breakdown, Jam was portrayed as someone who was heavily involved in organizing the alleged murder plot, while Vonnie allegedly played a major role in coming up with things like the stolen cars, the guns, and other resources that were supposedly needed. One of the newer pieces of information discussed was that OTF Jam allegedly met and cooperated with authorities around 30 times. 30 times, y'all. Is that not crazy? Like, are you Indian Walker? Yes, he is. One of the newer pieces of information discussed was that OTF Jam allegedly met and cooperated around 30 times. That could be significant because it gives prosecutors a substantial amount of information from someone who was allegedly close to the people involved. Like, yo, in the last video I told y'all, Jam was one of them. You feel me? Like, snitch or not, people not testing him because they know his body. Like, they know his background. You feel me? A government witness like that, telling like that, like, bro, that's like the best witness you could have. Like, he's next to every situation, so it's not no arguing the fact about that. You feel me? So, according to the breakdown, Vonnie's alleged cooperation with the government wasn't necessarily based on him saying, Durk told me to do this specific thing. Instead, he reportedly directed investigators to look at the credit card records. That gave prosecutors a way to trace purchases and activity that they believe connected Durk to the alleged plot. But the defense's counter-argument is important. Vonnie's allegedly had access to those same credit cards too. So just because a credit card was used for something connected to the alleged crime doesn't automatically prove that Durk personally made the purchase or knew exactly what was being used for. And that's another thing too. Like I said, even back to the not using my name, it's literally personal reasons why he wouldn't want that. But if you don't want to use that and you want to say, well, Durk the one that paid for it, Durk was letting people use his card. It's a company OTF card. He was letting people use his card. So just because it's his card doesn't mean he made the purchase. You feel me? Like yo, he's basically like a worker. He became Lil Durk's assistant, you know? So there's reasons for him to have the cards. Like, it's not like he has the card for no reason at all, you know? So the fact that they're trying to just put it all on Durk, the defense not going for that. They're not going for that at all. So this is the next clip. The next clip basically says Lil Durk is blaming Vonnie for everything. Says Von told Vonnie, Von told Vonnie, why did you let me get shot? Yo, searched up Lil Durk and this shit came up. Yeah, you got 31 views. I don't got no 31 views. Why you lying, bro? Appreciate you more, Batman. Yo, make sure you like the video. Get a free Durk in the comments too, bro. I appreciate you. Make sure y'all liking the video so it put me in the algorithm. Please, I appreciate y'all. Yeah, so this is Ross giving some insight of what happened too. Because like I said, Ross was one of the people that got to stay when a lot of people got kicked out.
I cannot believe what Lil Durk's defense is. We have just heard his defense make their opening statements, and I'm not going to lie, I am absolutely floored. You know what they're trying to do? They're blaming it all on Vonnie. Now, I don't know if people are going to go as far as to say that he telling on Vonnie, but he basically is blaming everything on Vonnie. They're basically making this whole case. They showed the entire opening statement, right? Bear in mind that the prosecution, they showed various pictures, videos, still images of multiple attempts on Quando's life, the actual murder of Lil Pab, the footage of that.
Durk is not cooked.
Videos, footage from apparently still images of them when they tried to kill Quando and Waycross, Georgia. It was a whole presentation. When the defense were up there, they basically showed only a couple pictures, and the one picture they showed the whole time was just a picture of Vonnie with King Von. They said it's all Vonnie. Vonnie was King Von's cousin. They said his nickname was Cuz because he was King Von's cousin. His whole identity was based around the fact that he was King Von's cousin, and he was the only one pushing Slifer Von. They're all literally directly pointing the finger at Vonnie, saying Vonnie did it. Vonnie's admitting to the government that he did it.
He's not fried.
To save himself. Durk had nothing to do with it. They're saying that Vonnie had the most to gain by sliding for Von. They're saying that Vonnie was the guy that was driving the Hellcat away from the scene when King Von got shot. They're saying Vonnie tried to speed King Von to the hospital the day that he died. They down there said Vonnie was holding King Von in his arms, telling him he loved him before he took him to the hospital the last time they ever spoke. They basically said that it was Vonnie that has the motivation to slide. It was all Vonnie's idea. Vonnie was organising everything. Vonnie got the guns. Vonnie got the cars. Vonnie got the sliders. Vonnie got the killers. He did everything. And Durk did nothing. They're blaming it all on Vonnie. I couldn't believe it. Now, look, I'm not sure what people are going to categorise this as. I mean, is it telling if somebody is already cooperating with the state against you? Is there such thing as reverse telling? Can you tell back? If somebody works with the state and tells on you, can you tell back? But basically, Durk and his team are making it very clear it was all Vonnie. He's saying it's all Vonnie.
I don't like what Raw's doing,
Apparently,
bro.
when they arrested Vonnie, he was staying in a suite at a hotel in Chicago with his girlfriend. He said the cops busted into the suite and arrested him. And the defense is saying, when the cops interviewed him, they basically said, you're the leader until you put someone else in charge. You're the one that was in charge of all of this. They were saying Vonnie and King Von go back decades. Their fathers were friends. Their dads just went back years. Vonnie was, doing personal shopping for King Von. They even said, Vonnie was so locked in with King Von, they had a shared bank account. He was managing all of his money. That was his closest guy. Bro, they even said, I don't know how true this is, but they said that when King Von died and he was in the car on the way to the hospital, he said to Vonnie, why did you let me get shot? Why didn't you do something? And they're saying that devastated Vonnie. He couldn't save King Von, and basically he planned to Slifer Von that night. Nothing. They saying Durk didn't do nothing. It was all Vonnie. I don't know if that's going to be believed, but that's the defense. It's insane.
Yo, I hope y'all know when y'all start trolling like this, I just ignore the chat. So you keep saying that, I'm just gonna keep ignoring until y'all say something different. So I appreciate y'all commenting. Y'all bringing views to my page. So thank you. Yeah. So according to Ross, like I said, I don't like what Ross is doing for real. Like I do feel like he's being dramatic with the way he explaining it. But like I said, I do feel like Ross, as much as I like Ross's content, I will say he know what he doing. Like he know exactly what he doing. You trying to make it seem like Durk snitching? That's not the case, bro. Like his lawyers are saying that. At the end of the day, the FBI, the feds already got Vonnie. They came to Vonnie and said, "We know you set all this up. Either give it somebody else, or you're gonna take the rap for all of this." They know Vonnie is the one that set this all up. So for them to say or point the finger toward him, I wouldn't consider that snitching, right? Now, granted, I'm not no street nigga to be saying what's snitching and what's not snitching, but I'm gonna say it's not like he out of jail and Durk saying this and it's about to get him in jail. Vonnie was already in the feds. He's been fed. He's been in the feds. You feel me? The fact that people trying to run with a narrative, and then it's like, bro, it's like you get the Avengers of dick riders, bro. Like the Avengers of dick riders, bro. I'm not gonna say Ross is a dick rider, but I'm saying like here comes 6ix9ine, yo, 6ix9ine jumping out his body, bro. Like I said in the other video, this man been crying about the same shit for years, bro. At some point, you gotta man up, you gotta grow up and start looking at it from a different perspective. Like, do something better, bro, because you're not really doing nothing. Yo, and another thing, y'all be trying to copy the Caleb page, and it show me like the different profile pictures, so I know when y'all trolling. Just stop, bro. Just stop. Y'all trolling too much. Yeah. So he basically making a scene. He trying to come off like Durk snitching. I don't even think Durk would ever snitch. I think Durk might off himself before he ever snitched, for real. And maybe that's just me being wishful, wishful thinking. But I'm not gonna sit here and believe what y'all saying. Search it up. Get a clip. Nah, I'm not searching up. I'm not searching it up right now. Not right now, bro. Not right now. I'm not searching it up. Yeah, and so now everybody's jumping on the narrative that Durk snitched. It's to the point where so many can never be in the OG, can never be I'm the OG, right? It's to the point where everybody's jumping out the woodworks trying to get a click. You feel me? Like we got King Yella, academics, 6ix9ine talking about it. Kodak's lawyers talking about it. Even the lawyer that was there is arguing with Ross, telling him like, bro, you're wrong for that. Like for real, like it's weird. And I feel like I just don't think that's gonna happen. And the main reason why I say I don't think it's snitching is because, like I said, like it came out, like Vonnie already came out to the feds and said that he the one that started all of this. Like he the one that was the mastermind behind this. And even what Durk's defense said about the situation, like, yeah, I'm already know, yo. My fault, y'all. I'm responding to a message. I'm already knowing. Yo, all y'all doing is literally bringing me views. So, please, keep commenting. I appreciate y'all for real. What happened? What was I gonna say? Y'all be distracting me. That's the main thing. Y'all just distract me. Vonnie. I was talking about Vonnie. Oh, yeah. So, what Durk's defense was saying was basically that Vonnie was the only person that had something to gain from this. Granted, I'm gonna try my best to not be biased all the way. I'm gonna be fair and critical. We all know Durk was hurt. Like, yo, it ain't. Listen, I feel like everybody in OTF was hurt that Von died. So I don't even think it could be something where they feel like Durk was the one that was hurt about this, so he wanted everybody to go slide. Or Vonnie was the only person hurt about this, so he wanted everybody to go slide. I genuinely think everybody was hurt about this. You feel me? Yo, what do you mean you missed the old Walker Media Jaden? You don't even know the old Walker Media Jaden, because I never seen you come onto my page, Skepta, until I started live streaming. So you wouldn't even know about the old Walker Media for real. So do your research and actually go in my page and watch some of my old videos before you say that. Yeah, bring some views to me. Like I said, I just feel like the way the government going about it is just weird for real. Because, multiple people wanted to slide for Von. And not even to try to put that slide for Von thingy on there. Literally blocked them. I'm crying, yeah. I know they want to make it seem like that, but yeah, everybody in OTF wanted to slide for Von. Especially like friends, family. Man, Herb got songs talk about we miss, like, yo, it's not a singular thing. It's not just Durk. It's not just Vonnie. It's the whole OTF. Like, they all felt a way about Von dying. Who didn't want to do something about this? Like, bro, stop it. Stop. So let me go ahead and read this. Oh my god, I done skipped it. Fuck. Trap Lord Ross says Durk's defense is putting a lot of the blame on OTF Vonnie. Their argument is basically that the whole Slide for Von movement was primarily driven by Vonnie because King Von was his cousin, and according to the defense, A huge part of Vonnie's identity and motivation was tied to him. The defense is emphasizing that the relationship between Vonnie and King Von, including a photo of two of them to show how personal the situation was for Vonnie. They're essentially arguing that Vonnie had the most to gain from getting revenge for King Von's death. Ross also points out that Vonnie has allegedly admitted to the government that he was involved in setting things up, which is why the defense is using his actions in cooperation against the government's case against Durk. And that's true. Like I said, like, yo, I don't really think it was a whole Lil Durk wanted to slide or Vonnie went to slide situation. I really think it was the whole OTF. But if we being for real, yo, like, if it come down to anybody, yeah, Von was Durk's artist and Durk managed him, I guess. But family gonna always trump a friendship. Von and Durk was never family, you know? They were just real close friends. Vonnie is apparently King Von's cousin. Now, I don't know if they the cousins where you like fake cousins because y'all black or are they really cousins, but Vonnie would feel away. Like, obviously, Vonnie would feel away about this, you know? And who wouldn't want to get back for their cousin, their brother, anybody, you know? Just be for real about it. Sometimes you gotta think about it logically. I already pressed it, so I gotta read the next slide. Another interesting detail that came out is that Vonnie was reportedly in the Hellcat that took King Von to the hospital after he was shot. I did not know that. That's crazy. I thought it was just Muop and the O Block 6 people that was out there. I didn't know Vonnie was there. Vonnie was holding Von and telling him that he loved him on the way to the hospital before Von ultimately died. And this brings up a bigger question that Trap Lord Ross is asking about the rap and street community. If Durk's defense is essentially saying Vonnie was responsible for the entire operation and using Vonnie's alleged cooperation with the government to defend Durk, does that cross the line into snitching by street code standards? It's Ross basically raising a question. And yeah, I get it, he's raising a question, but just knowing Ross's track record surrounding Durk and the whole Von situation, you know, everything, I just don't feel like it's genuine. Like, I don't know, bro. I feel like he know what he doing, bro. He knows what he's doing, and I don't know, bro. It's easier. I guess, you know, I'm not there to really talk about what's going on. I didn't hear, you know, the actual. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't hear the actual trial to know like what's going on all the way, but I don't know if they were using a lot of different words or like being like, I'm not trying to say dramatic, but I don't know what the defense was saying in person. And maybe the defense said it in a way where it was like, oh, he's snitching. Like, I don't know. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I do know, you know? So that's just my point of view on the whole situation. Next video we got. It says, Durk ran from the FBI. Hold on, I gotta read this. Durk ran from the FBI private airport during an escape attempt. Refused to get out of the car when they got caught. And defense said he just needed some space. Now, I ain't gonna lie, this is crazy. And I'm sorry if I keep saying that's what I'm saying. Like I said, that's why I'm saying, like, you know, over and over and over. But I just want to get my point across. The way Ross is going about it, and I get it. I'd entitle my stream Lil Durk trial is crazy or it's wild or something. I get it, you know. You gotta have something that catches the viewer's eyes. But the way Ross be talking about it is like he putting a certain tint to it. You feel me? Like he putting a certain look on it. Cause at first when I read this, I'm like, whoa, what you mean he just needed space? Like he did all that running because he needed space, like, you know, space. But then when you hear it, it's not what he would have made it out to seem. And granted, I know he getting out this courtroom and he want to hurry up and put some videos out to the situation. But it's like, bro, come on, bro. Like, you gonna have to be a little bit better than that. Like, come on, just fix it up a little bit, cause yo, the biasness is leaking, bro. Like, for real, it's leaking in my opinion.
Man, so the feds just revealed something about Lil Durk that had never been heard before. Now, there was all these rumors that Lil Durk was trying to flee the country when his homeboys started getting arrested. They're saying he tried to get on a private jet. He was booking all different kinds of flights and going on the run. He's denied this, but we now heard for the first time, allegedly, according to the prosecutors, this blew my mind. Not only was Lil Durk trying to flee the country before he could be charged in the murder for hire for Lil Pab, but apparently... this is crazy. They're saying that when he arrived to the Clearport, the private airport where he was trying to get on a private jet to flee the country, he said that he saw the FBI there and he tried to run from the FBI and escape the FBI at the airport. And then he said when they finally closed him off and boxed him in and stopped him, bruh, they said that he refused to get out of the car. They saying Smoke was holding himself, barricaded himself in the car. Basically, he wouldn't get out of the car. He didn't want to get out for law enforcement. It was crazy. I never heard that before. It sounds to me like he was trying to get out of here.
Yeah, they
Obviously, the defense, they're claiming the other side. They're saying, no, you know, look, what was really interesting was when the defense addressed this, they didn't outright deny it. They said, look, he was looking to get out the country. He wasn't going to run. He's internationally famous. He was just trying to get out the way. I think they said specifically, the way they phrased it, they said, look, he wasn't trying to flee the feds. He was just trying to get some space. He was just trying to get some space. Apparently he was just trying to get some space when he went to the airport, trying to get some space when he was trying to get some space from the feds to get away from them. He was trying to get some space when he refused to get out of the car when the feds boxed him in. So, hey, I think we might actually end up seeing eventually some body cam footage from the arrest when they caught him at the airport. I don't know for sure, but obviously I'm very interested to see that. I think the fact that somebody would try and flee definitely does add an interesting dimension to the proceedings. But I'll let you guys know as soon as I hear. There's a lot of other stuff, and I'm going to break down Durk's defense that his team put forward in their opening statement that was very interesting, very unexpected. So I'm going to update you guys on that as soon as I possibly can. But there has been an insane amount of updates. It's been back to back to back in court today, both opening statements, and we're now on the witnesses. It's wild.
Yeah, so I remember when Durk first got arrested, there were social media reports saying that he tried to take multiple flights, and I guess people were saying, I think his lawyer came out and said that the way to see, like, if you're being investigated is the book a flight or something about it, that something along them lines. What, bro? You ain't. Rephrase what you saying to me, bro. For rephrase that. I don't like the way you just said that. Yeah, so apparently it was true. Durk was trying to get out of here, you know. I'm not going cap, you know. Apparently they said he was going to Dubai, and I heard that Dubai has an extradition treaty, so they'll extradite you. I don't know how true that is. Basically, don't need to. Alright. And then it came out that when he realized that they were on him, he tried to flee and escape and basically barricaded himself in his vehicle, and he wasn't trying to come out. Now, Durk's defense for this, they said basically outright, like, yo, like, our client is internationally known. He goes on flights often. Maybe he just wanted to clear his head. Maybe he just wanted to go and get some space, you know, like go on a vacation. Cool, you feel me? Listen, that's a good excuse. Like, I'll say for the defense, that's a good excuse. But in terms of me being, you know, unbiased, like, it's like, yo, I'm going to be honest with you. A low-key feel a little bit sus, you know? Like, it is sus, y'all. We can't lie and sit here and act like it's not sus. It's sus. You know the feds on you. You try to get multiple flights. I heard he tried to get like 2 or 3 private jets. And then when he realized it was on him, he tried to dip. So I don't. I'm not gonna say I don't blame him because I wouldn't do the dash like that. But he said it in the song. I'm the type to hop on a flight with a warrant. You gotta catch me. I'm the type to hop on a flight with a warrant. You gotta catch me. Yo, no cap, yo. But it is sus. It is sus. I will say that, you know. You got the feds on your trail and you try to leave the country randomly right before they come. I don't know, man. It's a little weird, for real. I know Durk in real life. Durk wouldn't even tolerate you in real life, broski. For real, for real. Alright, so, as you can see, that's a report right there. FBI claims Lil Durk attempted to flee the country before his arrest, and it's coming out that it was true. And hopefully we get the body cam for that. Because listen, I'm not gonna lie. Free the voice. He ain't do nothing. Free the voice, bro. Thank you. Like and comment, bro. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. Free the voice. That man ain't do shit. Yo, they did this on their own. OTF, Vonnie, Jam, all them, they did this on their own, bro. That's what we sticking with for real. When Durk was first arrested, there were reports circulating that he had tried to flee the country using private jets. According to the prosecution, that wasn't just a rumor. They claimed Durk was attempting to leave the country while being investigated for the alleged murder for hire plot involving Lil Pab. The prosecution also alleges that when Durk arrived at the airport, he saw FBI agents waiting for him and tried to get away. Eventually, they say agents boxed him in. According to the government, Durk then refused to get out the vehicle and allegedly barricaded himself inside, telling officers that he wasn't gonna come out. Nah, man, I ain't gonna lie. I could picture this. Like, it's like, imagine you going down a street. Like, imagine you just stole or something, right? You just stole from a store, and you leaving out the store, and you happen the way you gotta go towards your car, you see cops, like, not there for you, but you see cops sitting near your car. You gonna make a little U-turn and go around, bro. You feel me? Like, you gonna go ahead and turn around. So I can only imagine Durk going into the airport, seeing a bunch of FBI agents just posted up where his jet is, and he was like, nope, I gotta get out of here. I ain't gonna lie. I would have did the same thing, bro. Listen, if it came down to the situation where, like, all the cops was, like, on my ass, like, and I'm in a car, like, on some OJ shit, I'm stopping. I'll turn myself in for all that, for real. But if it's something like that where y'all waiting to come get me, or like say y'all outside my crib or outside my flight, I'm gonna take the long way. Y'all not gonna get me. Like, I will walk mad far just so you can't get me. You feel me? If it's in my house and they knocking on the door to get inside the house, I'm not letting y'all in. Like, bro, y'all gonna have to do the utmost to come get me, for real. No cap, bro. So the next one says, prosecutors claim Lil Durk ran from FBI agents at the private airport. Defense said he needed some space. 53 minutes, we doing good, y'all. I think the most we might do today is 2 hours, bro. 2 hours. The defense apparently didn't completely deny that Durk was trying to leave, but offered a different explanation. Durk is a famous artist who travels frequently and was simply trying to get out of the country for personal reasons and some privacy. Rather than attempting to escape, the investigation in the court allows it. We could potentially see body camera footage of the arrest, which would give everyone a first-hand look at what happened when the FBI confronted Durk at the airport. Bro, I want to see it. I can't lie. Like, yo, I feel like if we was to see that, yo, I'm not trying to say it would be funny, but just think about the memes, yo. Like, seeing Durk, yo, I can only imagine what it looked like, bro. Like, it's probably crazy, bro, for real. The next clip we got, this one is a little bit more graphic, I will say that. So if sensitive topics or violence makes you feel away, definitely just skip on over. This one says, horrific footage of Lil Pab murder shown in court in front of his family. Autopsy photos show he had a bullet in his heart and his bicep. Yo, crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie, mad crazy. Hold on, y'all, cause I low-key got to use the bathroom. I'm gonna let y'all listen to this video while I use the bathroom real quick, alright?
Man, we just saw some really horrific evidence in the Lil Durk murder case. I'm not going to lie to you. What the prosecution just showed sent chills down the spines of the jurors. I'm not going to lie to you. They played the 911 call of a woman that actually witnessed the murder of Lil Pab in Beverly Hills at the Beverly Center. Basically explained that, you know, it was a frantic 911 call. She said, "Oh my God, I can't believe it. Someone's shooting machine guns. Somebody's been hit. I'm in Beverly Hills. I can't believe this." And then they're saying, "Where are you? What's going on? What do they look like?" She said, "I don't want to be involved. I don't want to say anything. I don't want you to have my information." She was scared. These guys, whoever did this, struck fear into the residents and the visitors of Beverly Hills outside the Beverly Center. That was harrowing on its own. They then played unseen video footage of the murder of Lil Pab. Straight up, 2 camera angles, one that we've never seen before. One of them was straight up 4K, crystal clear. You could damn near see the sweat dripping from their heads to down their eyes in front of the ski masks. It was so clear what was going on. It was over in 2 seconds. Like, the doors open, somebody's pumping gas. They basically pop out from the alleyway from the car, all start shooting, shoot off the switches, automatic gunfire. There's no audio, but obviously we know it's automatic gunfire. And then, very, very tragically, everyone just jumps in the car, dips off, and slides away. They haven't shown the TMZ clip of Quando screaming no, but they went even further. They showed the body cam footage of the person that pulled Lil Pab's body out of the car, and it was just horrific. He's in the car, you can hear him sort of taking his last dying breaths and moaning. It's really, really tragic. I'm so sad that Pab's family had to see that. They were in the courtroom and they were distraught over seeing this. That was then accompanied, obviously, the body cam footage picked up that moment of Quando screaming no from a different perspective. It was just so much more chilling to see what Pab was going through, what was going on inside that car. We even saw the images of them at the Bathing Ape store before. They actually told us what hotel that they were staying at before it all went down. It was crazy. But even more tragic, then they had the medical examiner up there on the stand, basically showing the autopsy. It was just one autopsy photo, but it basically confirmed that Lil Pab was actually found with a bullet in his heart. He had punctured lung, it punctured his heart. He also had a bullet that was lodged in his bicep and another bullet that went through his bicep that came out the other side. It was just really, really horrific stuff. And interestingly, there was no cross-examination from the defense. The 911 call was played, and the call operator, no cross-examination from the defense. The only person that brought anything up was Lindsay's lawyer, who basically asked the defense, who asked the detective, like, was there any DNA, was there any evidence that was connected to my client, and that wasn't the case. So it was very, very interesting, just really, really harrowing stuff, and I'm sure the jurors were shocked by what they saw. Everybody in the courtroom was shocked. It was just horrific. Rest in peace to Lil Pab. I'm really being impartial about this situation. I hope that it's a fair trial, and I hope that whoever did this is brought to justice if it can be proven, but it's just so sad to see.
Wow, yo. I know I went to the bathroom, but I kind of looked over all these videos before I put them in there. Yeah, yo, the medical examiner, I don't know if he testified, but he showed the autopsy, and bro, not even to make no joke about the situation, but yo, them niggas must have been war zone veterans, bro. Like, what? They talking about it pierced the heart? That's some type of vampire shit. Like, yo, some wooden stake to your chest. Like, it pierced his heart. Wild, bro. Yo, whoever did that, because, I mean, look, we know Durk ain't do it. I'm not even trying to be funny. I swear to God, I'm not being funny. Durk didn't do that. Durk wasn't the one that was shooting, so it's not no lie to go ahead and say that. But yeah, whoever was the shooter, yo, he must got aimed. I don't know how far they was, but just imagine being there at the scene. Like, yo, it said he had his lungs was pierced and his heart was pierced, and it was a bullet lodged inside his bicep and one traveled out. So they left, they Swiss cheese him, bro. No funny shit. Like, yo, that's like SpongeBob, bro. Man, holes in you. Like, that's crazy, bro. For real. And then he went on to say, like, the person that called 911 was basically scared for her own life. Like, she was scared, like, because I don't know if the people that were involved with the shooting were, like, close by, or she was just scared to be on the phone. Because, listen, as a killer, listen, you see anybody around the area, you see somebody on the phone, you automatically overthinking. You overthinking about what's about to happen. Like, you don't know what they done seen, who they on the phone with, saying. Because, listen, 9 times out of 10, whether you on the phone with the cops or not, say a shooting happened, you instantly gonna be like, yo, oh my God, they was just shooting. Da, 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 da. They go. Is some type of information is going to get out to somebody eventually, you know. So it's just crazy to see like, yo, like they wasn't playing, bro. They was not playing. Apparently they had footage of this thing in 4K. They had 4K footage. Like I'm talking like now, granted, we ain't see it, so we don't really know how true this is. But we had 4K footage of the shooting with Lil Pop, and then not only that, but it got GPS data too. So it's mad crazy stuff going on. I thought she was leaving, bro. Why you ain't leave? The prosecution then showed the jury a 911 call from a woman who witnessed Lil Pop's murder. She sounded extremely frantic and scared as she described what she had just seen. They then played previous unseen footage of the shooting from a different angle in high quality 4K. That would have got me, bro. If I would have seen that they had me in 4K, I'd have been in the courthouse shitting myself, yo. The entire incident happened extremely quickly, and there was no audio with the footage. They also showed body camera footage of Lil Pop being pulled from his vehicle while he was taking his last final breaths. Lil Pop's family was present in the courtroom while all this is being shown. And like I said, I do want to reiterate, I'm not trying to make light of the situation or be funny or make any types of jokes, but I do pray for Lil Pop's family. You know, nobody should have to sit through a courtroom and see that their child was lit up with bullets and basically hanging on for their life. Like, yo, I will say, like, you know, pray for the family. That it was messed up, you know. I don't even think I could handle something like that. So, kudos to them for staying strong throughout this whole thing. The medical examiner also took the stand and testified that Lil Pop suffered multiple gunshot wounds, including a bullet that struck his heart and pierced his lungs, as well as another bullet that became lodged in his bicep and one that got out. Interestingly, I promise you I could read. Like, yo, I used to be somebody that you could popcorn read. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm on live. I'm a little nervous, but the defense did not cross-examine the witness during the portion of the proceedings. The footage and testimony reportedly left people in the courtroom visibly shocked. Rightfully so, though. Listen, I'm not trying to brag or anything about this, but when I was a kid, I'm from Trenton, New Jersey. When I was a kid, I done seen somebody get their back blown out, bro. Like, no diddy, like, no freaky shit. I'm saying, like, yo, I seen two people running. Bro shot this man in the back. I swear to you, like, on everything. May God strike me down right now, bro. Like, the way people be rapping in songs saying that, like, oh, I shot him and made him do a backflip or this and the third, bro. The man shot him in the back. This nigga tumbleweeded down the street. Like, bro, he did he stopped, dropping, rolled. I never seen nothing like that. Yo, it was smoke coming out of his back. Like, yo, I was shook. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna come outside for a whole week when I seen that, bro. Like, ridiculous. Like, it's crazy for real. So, just imagine. And this is something, like, I'm not gonna say I was used to it. Like, I wasn't just seeing people get shot at left and right. But it was a lot of shootings that used to happen. Even my grandma's house got shot at. You feel me? So, it was a lot of stuff that was going on that just felt like it was normal to me. And like I said, I don't know if this is true, but if it is true that he has a whole white jury aside from the one black woman, I'm pretty sure none of them have ever seen nothing like this as graphic as this. So for them to see that for the first time, I already know they shocked, and they probably already in their head like, yeah, this nigga guilty, bro. Like, yo, no funny shit. It's wild, bro, really wild. So the next clip we got, it says, OTF Jam knew Durk was onto him for snitching and confronted him before asking for cars to slide on O Block. One thing about Jam, yo. Jam, get out that jam. Jam is gonna get out of that jam, bro. They saying he knew that Durk knew he was snitching. Like, yo, just hear this real quick.
All right, outside the courthouse, we just got a very, very crazy update about some stuff that OTF Jam's going to say. And while I'm doing all this, we've got the Free Durk Brigade out here. They're doing a little protest. I'm probably going to go and talk to them at some point soon. But I need to give you guys an update first because apparently a new group chat is being introduced last minute. The defense are livid that this is being introduced. And basically this follows on from Jam apparently.
Yo, Sean Benz, what's up, bro? Like and comment.
For the block is hot. Apparently they're saying that Durk and others followed him into the bathroom and had a conversation with him about, you know, they're saying that he was involved in another murder in another situation and that they was basically, you know, making it hot for OTF. Apparently it's been alleged that, you know, someone might have said to him in that interaction that they should get out of town. And then after all of that, Jam basically said that he texted a group chat that Durk was in saying he's noticed that he's been getting cut out since that day.
Yo, he got audacity.
Testimony that Jam was apparently saying some stuff. Like, you know, he was in group chats and they were saying, yeah, blood's about to snitch clear as day. So Jam apparently knew that OTF were turning on him. And they basically, he said that, like, hey, ever since that day, I know guys been acting different around me.
He better than
Durk
me.
replied, look, I get it, but we can't do the Fed's job for them. We got to let them do their jobs. Basically, low-key hinting that he knows that he's telling, but trying to downplay the situation. And then from there, apparently Jam said, I'll lay it out, gang. MS acting scared to be around me. Guys act like they don't F with me since that day when he got pressed in the bathroom. Apparently Durk told him, I'm with you 1,000%. Use your head. We ain't helping them people do their job. And then Jam basically said, I've got you on my son. And then apparently there was another crazy back and forth where Jam was apparently in response to this whole thing with Lamron Richo and what was going on with all of that. I'm seeing something crazy going on behind me, I ain't gonna lie. But basically, like, Jam was basically offering, when Durk said, hey, I got him out, multiple ski masks hunting you, blood, like, he was saying that to Lamron Richo. Apparently Jam offered and basically said, hey, I'm down to hunt them. I just need a couple cars to get the job done. He said, I need a few cars to squash the beef with them. Apparently Durk doesn't reply. Jam then replies to a Durk story post where he's sharing some of his music. He replies saying drop, and Durk says, I'm ready on Pluto. Now the defense is saying that the feds are trying to make it look like that, you know, Jam was saying, drop me them sliders. Durk's ready to slide on Pluto, but they're saying, no, he's talking about music. They're saying there's another message they're trying to say is incriminating, but he's really talking about a celebrity boxing match. Everybody's anticipating this Jam testimony being absolutely crazy. I think it is going to be absolutely crazy when it does happen, but even before we get to it, the feds, the prosecutors, the defense, they're all arguing about these kind of alleged messages, and hey, if that's what we got from Jam when he hits the stand, I think it's going to be crazy. But that's the latest update. But literally, I'm out here. I'm seeing Duty Low out here. I'm seeing Big Durk. I might need to go and see what's going on, man. People talking about I got a couple fades lined up or something, but you know what I'm saying? I'm out here just doing my best.
Yo, I will say Ross is right about that, yo. If we already got this, just imagine when Jam get on that stand, yo. Like, I'm low-key scared, and that's why I'm saying, like, every time I see something, I see, oh, this is a W for Durk in court. Oh, this is an L for Durk in court. This is not looking good. It's looking better for Durk. Like, every time I go on the internet, it's an up and down situation. Like, I don't know. Like, it's hard to really tell. Like, yo, I want to believe. Like, I'm going to stick to believing. Like, yeah, Durk got this for real, but I won't lie. Like, seeing all these different reports, it's low-key, like, hurting my hope. Like, no cap, bro. Like, it's weird. It's really weird for real. But yeah, basically he said Jam knew that they knew he was snitching. Like, I don't know how deep he was. I don't know if he was, you know, they said he met with authorities at least 30 times. I don't know if he was at 20 by then, 10, 15. I don't know where he was at. But listen, that man knew. And I said it during the video, bro. He got balls, bro. He got balls to go ahead and do that. I'm not about to basically become no snitch and then still talk to y'all. Like, y'all might try to kill me, bro. Even the fact that they pulled him in the bathroom to go tell him, like, bro, you gotta chill out. It's getting hot. They could have easily just offed him right then and there, bro. But I think because, like, they know who he is and they respect him, they wasn't trying to do all that, for real. You feel me? So it's I don't know, y'all. It's weird for real. But you could tell, like, Jam ready, bro. And I don't even know if Jam was talking or they were just, you know, reading statements and shit. But Jam was ready. Jam was ready. even a text in the group chat and say straight up like, yo, like, people started moving with me weird ever since that one day in the bathroom. Like, whoa, pause. Pause, Jim. Pause. It even came out that I guess Durk basically implied, he didn't say it outright, but from what he said, like, it's low key like, yo, like, he basically telling Jam, I know you snitching, but like, come on, bro, stop. He told him, yo, I'm with you 1,000%. You just gotta keep your head on straight. And then he even said, like, yo, let the feds do their job. Don't do the job for the feds. So Durk basically saying to him, like, yo, I know you cooperating, but yo, like, come on, bro. Let them do their job. Why are you doing the job for them? I really feel like if I don't know who made the case worse. I low key feel like Jam made it worse because he was involved with so many murders. But then I feel like Vonnie was too because Vonnie set up a lot of things, you know? So I don't know who really took this case down for real, but it's crazy, bro. Crazy. So, oh wait, let me get my script back up. Hold on. All right. So, another major development was the prosecution introducing a previously undisclosed group chat as evidence, which reportedly had Durk and other OTF members in it. The defense was reportedly furious about the evidence being introduced at this point in the trial. The conversation allegedly involved an incident where Durk followed someone into the bathroom to confront him about supposedly making it hot for OTF, meaning bringing too much attention from law enforcement, for anybody that don't know. According to the prosecution's interpretation of the group chat, OTF Jam, hold on, oh my god. OTF Jam later said he noticed he was being cut out of things after the incident, suggesting he believed people were distancing themselves from him. Durk allegedly responded with messages along the lines of, they can't do the Fed's job, let them do it themselves. Followed by, I'm with you 1,000%, use your head, we ain't helping them do their job. The prosecution appears to be using these messages to argue that Durk knew something was happening behind the scenes and was aware of efforts to keep information away from law enforcement. Their defense, however, is challenging the government's interpretation and the timing of when this group chat was introduced. And, you know, I don't blame him, yo. I don't blame him. The trial started. Like, granted, I never been to trial. I'm not fighting no trial type of case. But I will say, like, yo, if y'all already started, y'all got the jury settled. It's day one, the official day. Y'all doing opening statements. Why are you bringing, like, bro, like, I'm trying to figure out the right word to say. Why are you bringing late evidence into the case? Like, that's basically tampering with the case at that point because, yo, like, you not even letting them have time to build a defense for this, you know? Like, it's like they going on it at a whim, if that makes sense. But, you know, that happened. What else happened? Yeah, Durk told him, like, straight up, like, Durk told him, like, yo, don't do the Fed's jobs. Now, low-key, I do feel like that might bring him on more because he's saying it outright, like, yo, don't do the Fed's job. Like, yo, let them do their own job. It's like, why are you talking about the Feds? You feel me? Like, I just feel like a lot of things could have just been handled off of text, you know. F texting, we got to just talk in person because it was too much going on in the phone type of landscape, you know? So, that's just my opinion on the situation. So, the next one we got, right? The next video we got, it says, Vonnie took murder car right back to Durk's house after the hit and kept it there before a rental place had a framed pic of Durk in the office. Yo. Oh my god, bro. This right here, low-key got me tight, bro. It do got me tight. It's wild. It's wild.
Okay, so one of the craziest things that we heard in court today really blew my mind. There is a whole bunch of evidence when it comes to these stalking charges and Lil Durk. Now, I could not believe this, okay, but a lot of stuff is being tied around this BMW that apparently Vonnie was driving around to various locations. What is so insane is that they're saying Durk had a house in Los Angeles, They're saying that Durk basically was like, you know, was living in a house in Los Angeles, $35,000 a month crib that he had for a certain period of time. Vonnie was his assistant. Apparently, they basically had the BMW already rented from some exotic car rental place, and Vonnie was driving the car around. He had driven the car, left it at Durk's house. They went to Miami for a day, right before all of the hitmen came to town on the 18th. They're saying that Vonnie got back in the BMW. They went and got another slider. These guys were all sliding around together. It had a GPS tracker in it the whole time. Obviously, the hit went down, and they're saying that BMW that Vonnie was driving, it went from, I cannot believe it, it went from Durk's house to Quando's hotel. They're camping out at night until 1 a.m. outside Quando's hotel.
Bro.
It then went to this is crazy. It then went back to Durk's house overnight, and then the next day when they went to do the hit, it turned up at Quando's hotel, turned up at the Bathing Ape store where Quando went to. It turned up immediately after that at the dispensary that Quando went to. It then was 2 blocks away when the murder was carried out and Savia Robinson, Lil Pab, was killed. It then went to In-N-Out where all the hitmen all linked up, and it then went back to Durk's house. I'm sorry, but that's going to be pretty tough. That's going to be pretty tough to answer for, right? They're going to say that Durk is, you know, not blaming Durk's blaming this whole thing on Vonnie, right? And so he's going to have to basically explain that Vonnie was out hunting people, going back and forth from Durk's house, going on a trip to Miami with Durk, leaving the BMW at his house, coming back to it, then taking it to basically do surveillance for this hit. And they're really going to argue that Durk didn't know none of what was going on. I think that's a tall order, but we're going to have to wait and see. But I'm not going to lie, that one really blew my mind. That one was crazy. Like, the BMW, it was going from scene to scene to scene to Durk's house and being left overnight. And it was tracked. But you want to know the craziest thing? You want to know the dumbest thing? The detective said that they went to the exotic car rental place where that BMW was rented from. They said, did you see anything interesting at the rental spot? They said, yeah. We went in there and they had a framed picture of the owner with Lil Durk.
Oh my God.
I'm thinking, what the hell? They're saying that Lil Durk had a framed picture with the owner of the spot where the murder car was rented and it had been stored at his house numerous times in between the surveillance and the hit and afterwards. That's just a really bad look.
Bro, I can't believe this, bro. I can't believe it, man. This is wild. Oh, wait, not that. So, another major piece of evidence involves a BMW allegedly connected to Vonnie and the movements of the people involved before and after the shooting. According to the prosecution's evidence, Vonnie rented the BMW and left it at one of Durk's LA properties the day before the alleged hit. Investigators reportedly tracked the vehicle as it moved between several important locations surrounding the shooting. The alleged route went from Durk's house, Quando's hotel, back to Durk's house, back toward Quando's hotel, with the vehicle also following Quando's movements around LA to a vape store, a dispensary, and other things, including reportedly getting within a couple blocks of the eventual shooting location. This is one of them things where I start to be like, bro, I don't know. It be scaring me. Damn, Durk might just be cooked. No, Durk is not cooked. He's not cooked. The prosecution says Durk wanted revenge, Durk organized it, Durk funded it, and these people carried it out with their plan. Wait, is this right slide? Oh, no, that's not right. I went too far. After the shooting, investigators allegedly tracked the vehicle to an In-N-Out where the alleged shooters reportedly regrouped before eventually returning to Durk's property again. Ross's point is that the evidence could be difficult for the defense to explain, especially because Durk's defense is placing so much emphasis on Vonnie's alleged role in organizing the operation. The question is, if Vonnie was supposedly acting on his own, why does the alleged trail of the vehicle repeatedly lead back to Durk's property? Now, I'm gonna play devil's advocate again, right? It's Durk's car, bro. Like, yo, it's not like in one of the videos that was just said, they said Vonnie shared a bank account with King Von. Like, that's how close they was. What do you like? The OTF company card, Durk used that card, and he let Vonnie use the card. Really use your head and think. If he's sharing bank accounts, letting you use the card, I'm pretty sure they probably letting you use clothes too, bro. You think he not gonna let you use a car? Like, yo, King Von even said when he got with Asian Doll, Durk let him use his car to go talk to Asian Doll because he ain't have no real good car for real, for real. Like, yo, I don't doubt that Durk wouldn't let him use the car. Like, you feel me? Like, he probably had a car. Like, it's simple for real, for real. Why wouldn't you bring the car back to Durk's house? Like, come on, bro. It's a simple explanation for that. You know, that's just my opinion. So before we get into all the back and forths and everything, this is the actual lawyer that was in the trial as well. And I'm not trying to say Ross don't know what he talking about. Ross definitely is doing a great job. I just figured this is an actual lawyer, so it would be cool to hear what he got to say too. I'm gonna let y'all hear what he got to say. I'm gonna get something to drink real quick. I'm thirsty.
Little Durk trial. The opening statements are done. 4 government witnesses have testified. Let's get you caught up on everything you need to know. So, the government went out, they laid out their case, the motive, the beef between Quando and Little Durk's camp, this concept that Durk is the leader, OTF is a gang, they're involved in killings. They laid out the text messages, the music videos, that the cooperator is going to explain exactly what Durk's role in all of this was. I thought the strongest thing the prosecution did is they laid out the timeline that predates this August 19, 2022 shooting at Quando Rondo, and that in fact there were prior shootings, and all of it kind of really lends to itself to building the story that these two camps hated each other and they were going after one another. As I'll discuss in a moment, the defense had a good response to that, which is drawing this division between OTF Vani and Durk Banks and putting all the prior attempts that the prosecution spent a lot of time planning in the jury's head on OTF Vani. I thought that the defense's opening was a lot stronger. They had the great quote, "Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if you're trying to follow the money in this murder for hire trial, you will not be able to, because this is a murder for hire where nobody got paid." Durk Banks' lawyers, and it was Marissa Goldberg, not Drew Finling, who did the opening statement in this case, and I thought that made a lot of sense. Most of the jury is women, a lot of white women. Marissa Goldberg,
that's what I said. See,
cold as ice, stone cold serious. Not the type of showman Drew Finling is. There's a time and a place for the showmanship, but when you open up in a case where the jury's going to see the autopsy videos of a young man with bullet holes riddled all over his body, you need a very, very serious tone. That's the exact tone Durk Banks' attorney struck. I thought she gave a tremendous opening. I thought most of her opening was built on directly rebutting everything that the prosecution had just showed. So, this concept of cooperators, she pointed out, hey, look, these are admitted murderers who are going to get convicted and sent to life, and the only way they can get out is to use Durk Banks as an insurance policy.
Right? Come on, bro.
She talked about the first cooperator, OTF Jam. A lot has been said. She labeled him a quote-unquote massive cooperator who gave over 30 interviews to law enforcement in the very short time. He had spent 12 years in prison. He got out. He's only out for about a year. He's already talked and started trying to give up information 30 different times to police. Some of the times he knew nothing about Durk. Later, when charges and cooperation were on the table, he all of a sudden had all the goods about Durk. There was also a lot of talk about OTF Vani. OTF Vani, one of the cooperators, Durk's lawyers pinned him as the real ringleader, that Durk's not a ringleader. They said, look, if you look at the evidence, you're going to see Durk tells people to do things. They're not doing what Durk says. They're stealing from Durk. They're talking shit about Durk. Durk is his own little world, doing celebrity entertainment things. He's got a lot of stuff going on. It was OTF Vani who not only this murder...
Okay, I guess that was it. All right. That's crazy. I didn't even know that part. Apparently, the defense is saying that they were stealing from Durk. They were using Durk for his fame. They were talking shit about him. I definitely want to see how that goes, because if it came down, like Vonnie and everybody, like basically the main people that's snitching, I really want to see how that goes down. Because listen, the way Durk be coming in his songs, like he provide for everybody, like he help, you know. He the voice. That's what he do. He the voice of the trenches. But yeah, so another thing that he said was he had Melissa do the opening statement. We talked about that earlier. I wasn't entirely sure if the jury was all white, but you know, as he heard, the jury is a lot of women, especially white, and just having a firm person talk about it like Melissa, and I don't even know what Melissa looks like. Let's actually see what Melissa looks like before we say what we about to say. Melissa Goldberg. Durk. Bro, who is this? I need the right person. Marissa Goldberg. Okay. Marissa. I'm over here saying Melissa. Yo, if this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yo. It says partner at Finland Law Firm. Yo. If anybody gonna cater to these white women, yo. Tell me she not getting the case dismissed. Tell me she not get. Yo. Durk coming home. Durk coming home. Y'all can't tell me this lady not about to politic, bro. Yo. He had this lady do the opening statements to a jury of white women. Tell me this not gonna work, bro. What? They was smart for that. They was smart. I ain't gonna lie. They was definitely smart for that, bro. I hope that's the right one. It's another lady coming up. I don't. If either one, they both look like they don't be playing. You feel me? So shout out Marissa. Yo, shout out any lawyer. I ain't gonna lie. Lawyers, one thing I will say about lawyers is the fact that, like, to be a lawyer, you gotta throw your morals out the window. You feel me? Like, you gonna have to cover the worst of the worst and really fight for them. Like, yo, it take a lot to be a lawyer. Like, you can't have no morals to be it. Like, if you feel any type of way, like, yo, say, like, even the TK situation, TK-47, allegedly TK broke an old lady back during a home invasion or something. I'm not sure. I might be wrong. But apparently that's what happened. His lawyer fighting for him. Like, yo, my client did not break that old lady back. Yo, I would feel bad. I'm like, damn, yo. I'm over here defending this guy? Shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie. It take a lot to do that. But, yeah, so that was his breakdown of it. I'm gonna give y'all a little rundown of what's happening. But before we even get to that, like I said, Trap Lord Ross done opened Pandora's box. He done got all the wall crawlers to come out and just start talking shit. You know, the first person that had to say something was King Von, Lil Durk hater 6ix9ine. You know, the ultimate glizzy gobbler, the ultimate glizzy gobbler 6ix9ine. He says, it says 6ix9ine reacts. Damn, hold on, yo, I'm bugging. 6ix9ine reacts to Lil Durk blaming everything on OTF Vonnie. So Durk snitching. So Durk snitching on Vonnie. Snitch on me, I'll snitch on you. So snitch equals it's okay. That's what he's saying. Like, if you snitch on me, I can snitch on you, and snitching is okay. Bro, shut up, bro. The next picture is, so Durk snitching on Vonnie, and don't blame his lawyers. Durk paid for them to defend him and knows what they are going to say. They previously talked about what's the defensive strategy. Let's put it all on Vonnie. Snitch on me, I'll snitch on you, so snitch it's okay. Like I said, bro, this is the same nigga that's been crying about this shit for 2-3 years now, bro. At some point, bro, you gotta put your big boy pants on, bro. You still crying about this. You walking around with weave on, bro. Like, yo, anybody that listen to this man, granted, listen, people want to be like, oh, he's speaking facts. Nobody want to hear him, bro. This man is a goddamn coloring book. He done did all of this to his face, trying to portray a gangster image that he wasn't. You done got all this bullshit on your face. You became a coloring book, and you wearing colorful weaves, bro. Crying about the next nigga for 2, 3, 4 years, bro. Like, 6ix9ine been popping. I'm not even gonna say, like, listen, I'm one of them people that I'm gonna keep it a buck. 6ix9ine had a wave. I'll say it. I think that was like 2019, 2020, I guess, something like that. Because I remember he got released because of COVID and he had asthma. So, bro, you've been crying about Durk, Von, and the whole Chicago for 5-6 years now, bro. Get a fucking grip. Like, yo, get a grip, bro. Wearing lace fronts and shit, bro. Like, get yourself together, bro. For real, please. He posted again saying, just say you don't know what happened. It wasn't you. Nothing else. No need to blame somebody else. And listen, bro. Bro, I know you saw me text you, free Durk, yo. Why every time I'm in here, you talking about my old goat? Your old goat, bro. I did not see you text me. If I could pull it up, I'll pull it up. But you ain't text me. I ain't get no text from you the whole day. Bro. And because like he bullshitting, like that's why I said, bro, this nigga been crying about this shit for 5-6 years, bro. You stay got they dick in your mouth, bro. Like, come on, bro. You over here wearing colorful lace fronts and weaves, bro. The same nigga that's walking around with a ponytail on his head, bro. Come on, bro. At some point, it gotta come off a little weird, bro. Like, everybody trying to say Durk snitching. Unless Durk come out his mouth and say himself, like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna testify. Bro, I'm not trying to hear none of that. Like, come on. Keep that to yourself, for real. Everybody trying to run with a narrative. And like I said, even Trap Lord Ross, I mess with Ross, for real. But even the way he had the heading, the caption of the picture, it's like, bro, you know what you're doing. So this Street Juice picture says 6ix9ine and Trap Lord Ross trying to make it look like Durk snitched on Vonnie. Lawyer proves he didn't. And this is why I said the lawyer's starting to beef a little bit, you feel me? So one of the lawyers that was in there actually came at Ross and told him he was wrong for doing this. So look.
This headline and this tweet from Ross, I got to talk to Ross. This is not a story. Durk did not just blame everything on Vonnie. What the fuck? Vonnie
What the
got
fuck?
picked up by cops, admitted to everything, admitted to getting the cars, arranging the flights, admitted to getting the guns, buying the ski masks, admitted to getting Sprinter vans and taking everybody around. And then he said, I did all of it while facing life in prison. I did all of it because Durk Banks paid me to do it. And now Durk Banks is in court saying, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. And to put out a headline that says, oh, Durk just blamed everything on Vonnie, what the fuck? No. Putting that out, what the fuck?
Yeah, snitch nine, so shut your bitch ass up. Always trying to bring somebody else down because your snitch ass snitch. Always trying to make somebody else look bad with your whole ass. Fact.
So Osama said, nah, facts. He did just be talking, trying to stay relevant. Dirk not snitching. The person who was snitching on him tried to say if it was him, and Durk simply said it wasn't me. Vonnie admitted. That's what I'm saying, bro. I get what people trying to say, but Vonnie then already admitted to everything in court. Vonnie basically said he the mastermind. Yo, is my service all right? It said the service was going bad for a second. I don't know. Vonnie literally came out and admitted to everything. He said he was the mastermind. He said he got the gloves, he got the guns, he got the cars, he got everything, bro. So what is Durk snitching on? He basically saying like, yo, the lawyers are saying like, yo, listen to what he said. It was him. Like, come on, bro. Like, what else do you got to say? I feel like, bro, this nigga 6ix9ine been mad that nobody gave him a fair shot since then. Like, I guess he felt like since nobody wanted to clown Gunna for real, he thought it was his turn. But like, yo, why does my service keep going bad, bro? It might be time to hop off. I ain't gonna lie. But yo, it got to the point that even Kodak Black lawyer, Bradford Cohen had to come out and defend Durk. Cause yo, too many people playing on Smirk name right now, bro. Too many people.
Okay, let's talk about a little Durk update. Here's what's interesting about this case is the headlines today are Durk snitches on Vonnie, which me
Clout
personally,
chasing.
I'm sure there's a lot of snitch experts out there. I've been doing this for 30 years, so I think I know a snitch or two. Did you like that, Jackson?
Snitch around and find out.
Snitch around and find out. Long story short is, what they're saying is Durk is essentially blaming everything on Vonnie. He's essentially snitching on the snitch.
Yo, we got 12
To
people
me,
in here.
doesn't make
Y'all
any
like,
sense.
comment,
This guy
free Durk in the
Vonnie went in,
comments.
I guess he was Durk's right-hand man. He went in and spilled his guts, said that he bought tickets, he drove around with these guys, took pictures with them, showed them where to go, bought the guns, all these other allegations that he admitted to.
This is what
He
Vonnie said.
Durk made me do it. And Durk and trial is saying, hey, I don't know what this guy's talking about. He takes the blame for all this stuff because rightfully so, that's what he did. I didn't have anything to do with it. I didn't pay anybody. I didn't tell him to do that. that was none of my business what was going on with this guy, Vonnie. That's what he's saying. So in my book, that's not a snitch. But, like I said, there's going to be experts out there, non-lawyers, jailhouse lawyers, all these guys that are going to say, this is what constitutes a snitch and this isn't what a snitch is. Listen, this is going to be an interesting case. This is day one, really, of real deal evidence. We're going to start seeing more and more every day, and I'll keep up with it every day. Give you guys a little...
Until Durk come out himself and really snitch, I'm not trying to hear none of that, bro. At the end of the day, Vonnie admitted to all of this, bro. His lawyer basically saying, like, yo, this man said it first. I don't even know why y'all trying to put it on me, bro. For real, for real. Then, academics, yo, I fuck with you, bro. I fuck with academics content, bro. He be letting 6ix9ine just say the most outlandish shit, bro. I don't even know why he be giving him a platform. I know they friends for real, but he be letting him say bullshit, bro, for real.
Durk snitching in that courtroom? Yo, but listen to me. Durk snitching in that courtroom? Yo, did that nigga snitch on me? Jorge, the driver, did he snitch on me? Took everybody down?
Yeah. He was taking coordination.
Snitch plus snitch equals okay. No, hold on. Because Durk hired these lawyers, right? So
Yo, you gotta get on Facts TV because we don't have to debate this. I'm on Durk's side of this. This is not false snitching. This is called an alternate theory defense. You know this. It's basically Rondo did with C-Day when Rondo said, "How don't you, the evidence kind of match the other guy? So why y'all blaming it on me?" Is that snitching? That's not snitching.
You're not supposed to say that, nigga. Hey, street nigga, come on, bro. Street niggas like shut up. Y'all figure it out.
He did shut up.
But who is 6ix9ine to be saying that shit, bro? That's what I'm saying,
You're
bro.
supposed to tell your lawyer. You're supposed to tell your lawyer as a street nigga. I'm not pointing fingers at nobody else. I just know I didn't have nothing to do with it. That's it. How you throwing it on another man? That's snitching.
Okay, is it snitching if he's throwing it on the snitch? Vonnie is snitching.
So why can't why my shit wasn't okay? Because I got told to him.
Bro, at the end of the day, like I said in my last video, 6ix9ine put 12 niggas in jail because his bitch was overly going, bro. Like, come on, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. 6ix9ine put 12 niggas in jail, 11 or 12, I don't know what it was. He put 11, 12 niggas in jail because one bitch was overly going, bro. Like, come on, bro. Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense. What are you talking about, bro? Like, really, you just saying a bunch of bullshit, bro. For real. His points don't have no type of validity because you're just mad. You've been mad about this shit for years. I could see if you ain't had no horse in the race and you're just a bystander, just watching this, like, say, like, 21 Savage came out and said this. All right, bro. If 21 Savage said it, then we gotta look at it from a different lens. But, bro, you done already snitched. You done got jumped at the gym. You done have people turn their backs on you, bro. Like, come on. Like, you gonna be automatically biased to the situation. You automatically gonna feel some type of way regardless of what happens, you know? So, it's like, bro, it's to the point where, like, nobody trying to hear that, bro. We're not trying to hear you cry about this shit no more, bro. We're not trying to keep hearing you cry. Yeah, so the next clip, we got King Yella, bro. His irrelevant ass too, bro. I be tired of King Yella. Every time something happened with Durk, Herb, or anybody around Chicago, here come King Yella creeping out the corners. You feel me?
Look, I don't want to hear nothing. Durk just blame everything on Vonnie. Vonnie is the only one that want to slide for Von. Why? Because that's his
like,
best
bro,
friend.
you're chasing it, bro.
He did this, he did that. Hey, listen, you dealing with some Chicago slime ball ass niggas. I don't care what y'all talking about. Vonnie was never Durk homie. Guess what? Them niggas all congregated, came together, and said, fuck it. This is the only way we gonna get Durk home. The only way we gonna get home is we blame it on this outside nigga. He's not a member. He never was a member. This was Von.
Bro, the nigga just admitted to everything. Like, what is he talking about?
He brought him around. Never one of them niggas owned each other loyalty. All them niggas was fake. So guess what the slime ball niggas do? We gonna get Durk home. Fuck it. Let's put it on the weakest link. Let's put it on the Goofy. The Goofy did that. He did this. They gonna try to say, oh, the lawyer's doing that. And if you allow your lawyers to blame something, you is the snitch too. Even if you didn't get on the stand, you agreed to let your lawyer say that. As simple as that. I don't want to hear the world saying, oh, Durk not it, nigga. Durk told them that Durk agreed with this shit, nigga. Trial is going on, and Durk blaming everything on OTF Vonnie. At the end of the day, is he wrong? He ain't wrong. Fuck him. This is what people do. The streets are dead. This shit is over with. It's been over with. It's either your life or my life. And guess who life I'm gonna pick? My life, nigga. So a lot of these niggas be doing all that. You a real nigga, you gonna go down and da-da-da. These niggas shit. All them niggas, Ace Boogie, OTF DD, all them niggas done set back to, you don't think they were sending kites to each other? They sending kites to each other. Nigga, how we gonna come from under this? Ain't no way to come up from under this shit unless we blame it on the goofy. And guess what? They blaming it on the goofy. I told y'all this shit is crazy, but your favorite rapper not as gangster as you think he is. Simple.
Bro, first off, y'all are just loud and wrong. He just overly popping it and you just dead ass wrong. You've been irrelevant for how long now, bro? You keep coming out the woodworks. Music didn't work for you. You done got jumped by Stitches or the Game, one of them, bro. Man, shit done happen in your career, bro. You don't got no room to talk. Again, like I said in the beginning, and whatchamacallit, the lawyer said, I gotta get his name. I keep forgetting his name. Vonnie already came out and admitted to majority of the things in here. The feds literally told this man, we need somebody else or you're taking the rap for all of this. Of course he gonna give up Durk, bro. Like, come on, bro. Make it make sense. That was Von's cousin. Von's cousin was the one that planned all of this shit, bro. He said it. He admitted to the feds, I got the guns. I got the stolen cars. I got this. I got that. I got this. Like, come on, bro. Like, y'all just making it seem like, y'all making it seem like it's something it's not, bro. And I get it. I get what y'all trying to say. Like, oh, you feel me? He had his lawyer did it, so he didn't have to go snitch. Bro, it's not even that. It's as simple as this man literally said everything that y'all charging Durk for, admitted to it. So why am I here? Like, why am I even here right now? That's like somebody saying, like, that's like somebody calling the cops on you and they, cause they did something, right? And they say, well, yeah, I did do it. They didn't do nothing, but, you know, I just felt some type of way. Why am I here right now? Why do you got me here? Like, for real. Like, come on, bro. Throw this whole case in the fucking trash, bro. You got people that already admitted to it. So it's I don't know, bro. It's, like I said, everybody just clout chasing at this point, bro. Niggas is just clout chasing heavy off of this shit. That's what I think. That's my personal opinion. These niggas is clout chasing. They are clout demons right now, yo. I know, yo. All these niggas couldn't wait. They couldn't wait to see that caption. And again, bro, Ross, bro, Trap Lord Ross, bro, he know what he was doing with that. And biased or not, whether he say he not biased, bro, Ross is biased. I'm gonna say that, bro. It was a point in time where everybody did not want to watch Trap Lord Ross. That they was hating on him because he was at UK covering drill topics, rap topics, and all that, right? And the way he even used to do his videos was with like a little bit of humor to them, like comedy, right? People started getting on his ass, bro. And what did he do? He made a whole switch. Like, yo, he was talking about certain videos like it was funny. Like he was making jokes out of them. Now, granted, listen, I'm always gonna give credit where credit's due. I like Ross's videos, so I don't have nothing wrong with that. You feel me? I'm gonna watch him regardless. But I know when that switch happened, everybody from Chicago was getting on this nigga ass to the point where he started talking with sympathy instead of comedy. And you know, it ain't nothing wrong with that. But look, bro, we know the angle you trying to take, bro. We know the angle. You trying to appeal to the people who lost their lives and everything. And even if that's the case, bro, you act like Lil Pop and Quando wasn't criminals themselves. Like, at this point, everybody needs to go if that's the case. You feel me? That's just my take on it. To end it off, basically, the prosecution says Durk wanted revenge. Durk organized it. Durk funded it. And these people carried out his plan. The defense says the government is taking evidence way out of proportion, out of context, and blaming the biggest name in the case. Vonnie and others had their own motives and involvement, and the government is trying to turn that case into a case against Durk. And that's why today's testimony about Vonnie, Jam, and the cooperators, text, credits, cards, and the actual shooting is important. The trial isn't really about whether Durk knew these people. Nobody seriously disputes that. The $1 million question is the jury whether the government can prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Durk knowingly participated in and helped orchestrate the murder for hire conspiracy. Also, one correction from the situation is the prosecution. I don't wanna say the wrong thing, but the prosecution didn't get caught lying. That's not like a real fact. But the way the prosecution going about the evidence, it's like, yo, y'all using some weird tactics. That's just the way I see it, you know? It's I don't know. The defense is accusing the government of presenting evidence that's misleading the public and people in the courtroom, and it's really out of context. Like, nothing that they're saying is in context, in order, or anything. They're just showing you a bunch of hoopla. You feel me? Yeah, so that's what we got. Now, a little breakdown for day 1, 2, and 3. Like I said, day 1 and day 2 wasn't really nothing compared to today. And if that's the case, I'm scared, but I'm hyped to see what day 4 got. I don't know, yo. This is gonna be crazy. Day 1 was mainly about getting the trial started and questioning potential jurors. Attorneys focused heavily on whether jurors could remain fair, especially when it came to Lil Durk's music, lyrics, and the image surrounding OTF. Day 2 continued jury selection, and by the end, the jury was officially seated. 12 jurors and 4 alternates. No major evidence had been presented yet. The focus was still on finding an impartial jury. Day 3, today. Day 3 was when things really got serious. Both sides gave their opening statements and presented completely different stories. Prosecutors portrayed Durk as a person behind the alleged hit on Quando Rondo, while Durk's defense argued that Kayvon, aka Vonnie Grant, was the mastermind and that the government is taking texts, financial records, and other evidence out of context. The jury also heard from the first witnesses about the 2022 shooting and Lil Pop's death. So yeah, y'all. It's just all over the place right now. There's a lot going on with this case. Only time will tell what's going on, you know. We're going to see more as more comes out. But, yeah, y'all, as of right now, that's all we got for day 3. Hopefully day 4 is... I'm hoping day 4 isn't crazy, but day 3 was crazy. So I'm already knowing the rest of the week going to be something, man. It's going to be something. But if y'all fuck with the video, the breakdown and everything, definitely subscribe. Again, like, comment, free Durk, all of that. Also, I forgot to put inside the video too. Duty Low was there. Duty Low was there showing support. India was there. Big Durk, his dad was there. Even Machine Gun Kelly popped up. Like, let me show y'all this picture. Hold up, real quick, and then I'm gonna hop off. Stream. Oh, apparently, hold on. I didn't even see this. Bro, it's so much. Yo, they said Duty Low just trapped. Yo, oh my God, bro. It's mad stuff I'm missing. Apparently, Duty Low checks Trap Lord Ross while outside of the courthouse and tells him to make sure you do the correct thing. Hold on. Hold on, y'all.
If you make videos, the site is crazy.
No, don't do that. Please don't get rid of the video. I need that. And listen, like I'm not trying to save Ross. Got a horse in the race, but like I said, yo, you could tell like a little bit by the way Ross be talking about it. It's like, bro, like I don't know, man. I don't know. It's crazy. Like he talking about it in a way where it's not coming like I feel like he being biased. Like he's really showing his biasness. You feel me? Apparently G Herbo showed up. Dreezy. Machine Gun Kelly, everybody was there. Hold on. Yup, so his sons was there. I'm trying to get the picture to show up. Sorry, y'all. I should have included this, but I didn't even know this came out. Y'all probably can't see it for real. And then I seen one more thing. Oh my god, bro. Oh, they saying scary moment for Durk. Lawyer Brian Still, who reportedly looked quite red in the face when unexpected text came up. They saying Brian Still's starting to look red in the face, bro. Come on, man. Nah, I get it. He has a right to journalism, but come on, bro. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me see. It was one more thing that I actually wanted to see before I go ahead and end the stream. Oh, Lil Pop's mother said this about Lil Durk's mom today in trial. And apparently she said, I don't go back and forth. If I could walk and give his mom, Lil Durk's mom, a hug, I would. Lil Pop's mom said this while in court today. So she said if I could give Durk's mom a hug, I would. And that's some light, I guess, you know, of the situation. Again, sorry if I'm adding information mad late. I just hopped on and I'm just now seeing, you know, so yeah, I just wanted to make sure I got that in there too. Yep. I think that's everything. I believe that's everything. Oh my god, bro. Now they coming like this picture fake that I used, yo. Like, oh, it's always something, bro. I'm just gonna use regular pictures I see, yo. I'm not about to keep doing this, bro. Alright, y'all. I think that's everything for real, for real. I think we good on that. But yeah, I think we good, y'all. I think everything good now. Again, I thank y'all for watching my content. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like, comment. Definitely comment free Durk, free OTF, and stay tuned for tomorrow because I'm gonna be, like I said, I'm gonna be on this case day by day. So as long as y'all here with me, I'm gonna be here with y'all. So again, I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna see you soon. Peace.